But look, hey, welcome to Sit Down Sundayz, y'all. We're gonna get started. You're back with another episode. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves.
I'm Fancy. How y'all doing?
I am Sade.
I'm Tara from Tara Training.
Carlos Party.
That's everybody out. This is a different crew. This is a different crew, different mindsets. I really appreciate everybody being here.
Oh man.
What's worse? To get it and lose it or to never get it at all?
Never get it all.
Never get it off.
Y'all think never get it all?
Yeah.
What you think?
Feel like what we talking about, huh?
Yeah, it depends on what we're talking about. Cause I feel like you can get it and lose it. If you know how to get it, you can get it back again. You ain't say you gotta lose it and you'll never get it back. You can always get it and get it back again, lose it and get it back again.
Once again, depending on what we talking about.
But
I've been raised by
He said what's worse though?
what's worse. I feel like both of them worse, but I also feel like losing the part when you feel. I know a lot of people that be like,
Damn,
I had it. Yeah.
But at least you experienced it.
You did.
But if you never got it, it's like, damn, I never got it.
I never
You
got
always wishing.
Yeah.
You always, I wish I would have did that.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I did. I wonder what it feel like
to do it. Yeah.
That's worse.
And then you ain't got nothing to compare it to.
Yeah, you're right.
Literally.
But you can't never be hurt if you. I think in your latter years, you can't never really be hurt about it because you never had it.
Yeah.
I mean,
They say you can't get something that you ain't never had.
Oh,
But that's not
true. Like that.
It's like you can't really.
You don't. It's not that you miss it. You crave it. You still want it.
Still.
But that varies from person to person because some people don't even want it.
Yeah.
If you would go get it,
So if you're dealing with somebody who wanted it and never got to experience it,
It's gonna hurt bad, worse than trying to look.
Versus somebody who never even wanted it. So who cares?
But that's what makes the difference, though. That's why the question is posed the way it is. If you think about it,
Yeah.
Because what's worse, to get it and lose it, or to never have it? Well, first off, your mind already got to be set on wanting something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that's a question that's posed in your mind, then you wanted it
Life is about experiences.
for sure.
So at least I can say I had it.
Yeah.
Everybody can't say they had it or did it or achieved it. But if you never had it, it's like, what have you done? Why you ain't got it? What's the problem?
If it was something.
Yeah. So I'm gonna definitely say never,
For real.
never got it at all for sure.
Okay. I know some people's like, I ain't never had it, so it don't matter to me. I never be rich. I ain't a millionaire. I never had $1,000, so I don't care. It don't matter to me. So it's like,
Oh, they matter.
but it does hurt to have it. It truly hurts deep. I think it hurts deeper. I'm gonna say it's worse to have it and lose it, only for the sense like it's in the grasp of your hand, like it's right there.
Yeah.
Just like people done try to get sneakers and you like been the second before the last,
Yeah.
and you get there and it's like, yeah, we all out there. It's like, oh,
Well, that's
but to have it and then it just hurts. So it hurts. It's an internal hurt. For me, I can say it just hurts hard because you question yourself like, where did I go wrong? What did I do wrong? Like I wanted it. It was given to me by whomever y'all may believe in. God brought it to me or whatever. And now it's gone. Like I think for me, I look at myself differently.
what if it's a person?
If it's a person and we're talking about
Have it, then lose it.
leaving, I still it hurts. It hurts. I feel like it'll hurt the same because depending on the person and what they meant to you. Because if I lost somebody in a sense that they left out of my life, and I truly valued them, and I didn't understand how much I valued them until they were gone,
Yeah.
it's gonna eat me up.
That's what hurt.
It's gonna eat me up for years
Yeah.
to come. Because I'm gonna question myself. What did I do? How did I do it? Like what? Oh, I know what I did.
But at least you could think about all the good times you did have. But if you never had it, damn, I could never get it. I could never get it. That's an ego thing for me. I got to have.
I think that's where it really be hurt. That's why it hurt like that.
Ego.
Because your ego is bruised.
Yeah.
Your spirit know you can try again. Your head know you can try
What
again.
Future say?
But your heart, oh God, no.
But I don't have. I mean, for me, I don't have an ego. At least I don't feel like I do. Now, if somebody,
We all have it.
Everybody got an ego. You just say ego.
It might not be deep.
That's why I say you're not egotistical.
Everybody got one, baby, especially men.
Yeah,
I think it's in certain.
You definitely not egotistical.
I think it's
You
in
can see
certain
that.
areas.
Yeah.
But I don't show. If I do, I don't show.
You won't show it. Yeah.
I don't show.
You're
it
not
live.
prideful either, though.
I'm not.
Yeah.
And some people like, I guess that's like,
You don't care.
I wasn't raised like that for some reason. I wasn't brought up in a home with like, man, be proud of what you do. Man, stand up and like put your chest out. Like, I just wasn't raised like that. So I'm kind of like, you know, whatever
Chill,
goes, it goes.
everything.
Like, I'm not a really, like, Colin, it's hard to even do podcasts because I don't see, I wouldn't say that I'm not an alpha because people look at her, how you married and you're not an alpha? Like, your wife, she put up with this, that's what she want, but I'm not like a demanding, like a, hey, do this, go there. Because I just don't, I never had that in me. Like, I can direct stuff in my head, like, this probably should go over there, but I can't verbally spit it out because I don't know. People just take shit differently. You just never know. Like, you just never know. You like, hey, now you don't sit right there. You sit over there. Then 30 minutes later, it's like, well, this motherfucker told me to sit over here. I don't know what he got going on. Like, I was just telling you to go right there. Like, it wasn't that deep. And I think too deeply about certain situations. That may be my problem.
So you're an overthinker.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But I'm not really, I'm not alpha when it comes to certain situations. Like, I don't know how you do it, bro.
I think it's just based on certain people's types, though. Like, you got your A type, you got your B type. Certain people are like strict; they want their stuff a certain way, or they just automatically assume certain things. That'd be my wife. She's A type. I'm B type. I'm chill.
Hold on, what's that? I'm confused.
It's just like I don't know.
Different type.
It's
Different type. You got type
You have
A
to-
personality.
Yeah,
Oh,
type A.
okay.
So it's like everything is. It'd be finite, or everything is just like it matters. It's to the T. It's like
every detail.
Every detail. I need to know when, where, if we're going here, if we
that's me.
like I need to know all that. I'm more of like
Go with the flow.
I'm gonna go with the flow until I gather like you say for instance like a podcast. If I know money being wasted, or if I know some of the time, or if I know we gotta do something that's
I guess you gotta be that way. Like,
I gotta be that way. I gotta turn myself into that because sometimes, like, I want to be chill. I want to relax. I want to be there just as much as you be there enjoying it. But then I also understand that there's a lot of people that don't understand the place that you in, and they not gonna do what you think. They ain't gonna think the way that you think. They ain't gonna say, "Hey, the camera need to be over here," or "You need to be sitting right here. You need to do this, that, and the third." And they not gonna know how to pronunciate it, or they not gonna know how to explain it to the person without them hurting their feelings. So it's like. It's a balance in a sense sometimes, and it's like you kind of got to figure out how to. It's like extrovert, introvert.
I
almost.
believe in balance throughout life. Period.
Yeah, that's honestly the key, because it be times where I don't want to be doing nothing. I want to chill. I want to relax. But then I also got to I got to turn this switch on real quick, and then you kind of got to pop out and do what you got to do. But it's a balance.
Yeah. Hey, y'all learned something today. Look, okay. I gotta go back on this conversation that me and you had last week. Cause when I watched it back, this is the thing, y'all be cool with people and you find out a way that a certain way that they think, and it's like, how? We see here to here on everything. It's like, you think like this right here? And that's the moment I had with you when we sat down and talked, and the topic was, how are you going to teach your children or the younger generation to deal with authority?
Yes. Oh, man.
And I just was so taken back coming from a authority figure, because that's how I look at you because of your job, at the answer you gave me.
What you do?
God. Okay, so Jadelle calls me.
What do you do though? What you do?
Oh, I'm an armed security.
Okay.
So Jadelle calls and he's like, how would you teach your children to deal with authority? And he brought up, what you do, a police situation or something?
Yeah, I just brought a police.
He gave like an example of like a police situation. And so I'm not a police officer, right? So technically I don't uphold the law. Like my job is not to uphold the law. I am a security officer. I secure an area. I secure people inside an area. Anything outside of my area is out of my jurisdiction. It is not my responsibility. And it is not my job to arrest anybody or to prosecute them or press charges, take crime. No, none of that shit is my job. Literally, my job is to keep the people in this area safe. That's it. So if there is a crime committed, I'm going to call the police. I'm going to call 911. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to try to handle it myself.
What else?
So when he said, how would you tell your kids to respond to authority? What did you say? What was the situation?
I mean, it could have been any situation, but I was just saying, okay, we all know, we always young with the parties or whatever, and we know how combative young folks are.
Yes.
When officers or security officer, whoever, is just saying, "Hey, can y'all leave the parking lot, man? We need to get y'all up out of here." And you are, and it's just a simple, peaceful command. Or even if they said it with a little roughness or whatever, it's pop off. You got people that pop off. It's like, damn, you gonna let me get to my motherfucking car first? Like shit, like man, F you this. It's like they simply just asked you to leave. Yeah. Even if they said it would, like they got 500 people out here. Yeah, their voices raised, and
I'm finna say, when we was in the conversations, he was asking like if it was a situation transpiring, right? And they felt like the officer was coming at them, whatever. How do you teach them to respond? And I feel like you can't teach that. Right? I can teach you mannerisms. I can teach you how to respect authority. I can teach you the process. But in that moment, I cannot tell you how you can or cannot respond. You out somewhere and you minding your business, even if you was at a party or whatever, and it's an officer being disrespectful, your first instinct is not going to tell you to be respectful back. Right? It's not going to tell you to do that unless you taught otherwise. You see what I'm saying?
But that's hold on. But
it's no.
She just okay, look, I'm gonna let you get it off.
I'm taught to handle things a certain way, but I don't handle things according to how I'm taught. I handle them according to how I feel, right? Because I'm taught to handle you with respect if that's what's given to me. You're not giving me respect in the moment. I can choose to respect you back or disrespect you. Yeah. It depends on how I feel. Yeah. If I know you're intentionally disrespecting me, I'm one of them. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to disrespect back. Yeah. Right? And in a situation of authority, and I only did that because I just went through this. In a situation with authority, I'm going to stand my ground. You was an adult. Me, it's period. We're talking about kids though, right?
No. We're talking about in general. He's saying,
how do you teach your children? And I'm saying, I don't feel like you can teach them how to do it in that moment because moment to moment is different. Your child might feel threatened in the moment. My child might want to get bucked. So you teach them. Me, now I don't have no kids. Like we talked about this before the camera started rolling. Yeah, I don't have no kids. But if I did, I would teach them scenarios. Now me, I'm like you. You come at me rah-rah, I'm going to be rah-rah. First I'm going to be, and then I'm going to get a little rah-rah too. But my child is, that's my piece, so I'm going to teach them in different scenarios, especially with cops, because we know how they can be. Mm-hmm. That this may happen, and this may happen. Well, we know it's wrong, but in that moment, don't be emotional. That's just what I would do, just to save their life. Yeah. Only because a lot of them people ain't making it home these days off of simple. I didn't like how he talked.
Just simple. Yeah. So that's what I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's just where I was getting.
But I ain't gonna practice what I preach.
I get the feeling, and I feel like that feeling is taught. That feeling that you're feeling is taught. It's my opinion. That feeling is taught. Towards authority.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. And I think that's where we had to disconnect because you're saying like, how do you teach them to respond to authority? Yeah, and yes, I can teach you that. Right. But in a heated situation, you might have with an authority figure. I don't think I can maneuver that. I have to teach you how to respond. You can just try to prepare them. They might still do their own thing. I have to teach you how to respond as a person, as the person that you are, right? And pay attention to the things that you feel. That situation might make you feel overwhelmed. As an overwhelmed person, you don't need to argue with authority. Just tell that man, okay, and go sit down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna send you to spiral 0 to 10. Whatever. Yeah. I know you're gonna pop off at the mouth. Yeah.
It's based off conflict resolution though. It's what you teach your kids on how to deal with conflict. I don't got kids either, but I work with kids. So it's like I don't work with kids. It's about conflict resolution. You teach them how to deal with conflict, and how to resolve, de-escalate the problem. Yeah. So if they don't know how to do that, a
lot of our parents don't teach that.
We don't.
I would talk to respect authority, but I wouldn't talk how to de-escalate.
Let's say this
from certain people.
I can say one thing we always taught as young black Africans or whatever, young black people growing up. Young black people growing up. Look, that's what we was taught.
Respect your elders.
We was taught respect your elders. We was taught how to deal with confrontation, dealing with other niggas. We most definitely, if you at a party, pick up something. If they got something, you better run and duck. If you see a gun, you better get behind the car. Stop, drop, and roll. Like those, we were.
We went top.
We were good at survival. Like,
yeah, you're right. It's survival. But the fact was, we were taught on those things, and some of it saved our lives. Like, mama, I peeped it when dude came in with the big bubble coat, and you say you see a nigga with bubble coat, 6 niggas walk in, you need to get out, and that's what I did. I grabbed.
I was never taught none of that.
We were
okay.
I went to private school.
But let's be for real. How many of us are really taught to deal with authority?
Nobody.
Flat out. We all just do this shit as we go. Figuring it out literally a little bit.
Yeah, because if your kids are watching you, they gonna do what you do.
But listen though, I feel like this as well. Us, our generation, and a little bit before us, so that means a little bit past you.
Okay.
I feel like we learn how to deal with conflict from media. From watching TV.
We
saw what they was doing.
You mean younger than us? Because, growing up, we didn't have social media. We didn't really have social media until MySpace came.
That's what I'm saying. I'm older. Before you. Right. Okay. That's why I said a little bit before you. Because it was MySpace. You mean younger than me?
No, before me.
Yes.
Okay.
Literally. Because you saw MySpace. We saw MySpace. Yeah, I was growing, we saw Facebook. It was still Tinder.
I didn't have any of that growing up. I didn't have none of that growing up.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not that you necessarily had it, you particularly, but the generation is aware of it.
Sure.
We started with what, AOL, chat room.
Chat room.
It was that and up. So by that time, you was already older when AOL.
Yeah, I was already grown. Right.
See what I'm saying? We came up in the era where media was building.
And then all you see is negative stuff and how people react to negative stuff.
And that's what started the media.
That's the lesson within itself.
You see what I'm saying? That's what started the media blow up. We started learning, or not necessarily learning, but we started intaking police interactions, the killing, all of that. We started intaking that at a higher rate than any other generation. Because we seen it grow, literally, to where it's at right now. We still watching it.
What you about to say, Shawnee?
No, I was just saying that as far as authority is concerned, you learned that from your household with your mama or your daddy or your granny all being the authority over you. So I feel like that starts at a young age on how to just
respect.
Yeah. It kind of goes in with respecting your elders somewhat, like your teachers at school. Supposedly they are the authority at school.
Right.
So it kind of stems from there. But in a hostile environment like what y'all was describing, that's a whole different level of authority. So it is kind of hard to actually teach that. But like you said, you can give scenarios.
Let me say this, y'all.
That's what I mean.
See, I'm older, so I'm 44. So back when I was younger, I didn't react a certain type of way because I was afraid of how my mama was going to react if she heard. These kids these days ain't fearing no consequences at the house. So they acting a fool off the rip.
Yep.
Back then, I wasn't talking back to nobody because they told my mama that was my ass.
Yep.
These kids ain't facing no real consequences. I don't know too many kids that's scared of their mama.
If he would have gave a household example, I probably would have been able to articulate
better. Yeah.
But because he gave the example of like my job,
that's different.
It's hostile.
Everybody give you raw at the club. We give you raw off the rip.
Yeah.
They do, but how many times have y'all been tested when y'all was out? And y'all could have gave a reaction, but y'all chose not to.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can't teach it because I had just had the situation and I reacted.
I'm just saying based out of common sense. Based out of knowing that my kids, my household means more going home to than you trying to get a reaction out of me. This is just for me.
It's still a learning process. I might crash out a couple times, and I'm like, okay.
You're right. It is a learning process. So that goes with my kids I done been pulled over my kids before. They seen how I react. Before the officer come, I don't be yelling out, man, goddamn bitch ass pig done pull me over. Man, what the fuck, man? Hold on, man. It's some bullshit. I got the goddamn, let me put this. Like, I don't do none of that. I'm like, hey, y'all sit down. Hold on. It's a police officer. Hey, son, they go a cop. And they come, roll down the window. This is the thing. Because people like to say that y'all can't trick me out the streets. Y'all won't let niggas trick you out of the streets, but y'all sure let a police officer do it. Y'all sure let a police officer do it. I'm taking a shot because this is just how I think with anybody. If you sit there and let a police gas you up to get out of character, and you know you have somebody to go home to that's waiting for you to come home, that's waiting for you to walk through that door, that's literally waiting on you to call, waiting on you to fix food, put them to bed. And you're telling me in that moment, your rage is deep enough to say, yeah, nah, we finna take it there. Fuck that shit. Yeah, we taking it there, nigga. You what? You asked me where my tips do though? Nigga, you asked me where I'm going, where I'm coming from? You don't got no fucking right to ask me where I'm coming from. That shit
Okay,
right
that's people, but that act like that too.
Listen, just to set the record straight, me and Janelle are at 2 different places on this, okay? Because what he is describing is not what I am talking about, and it was not.
Okay, we must be too. That's just how I be looking at people.
I am not going to. I'm not going to fly off the handle at the police. Okay. I'm not out here bucking them and acting stupid, but I am a person of respect.
Yeah.
So in a situation, even if I'm disrespected by said authority, I'm gonna let your ass know you disrespecting me because I don't play that.
But not in a disrespectful way.
But no, not in a confrontational way.
Okay. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
You know how to communicate, but you know how to communicate. It's a lot of people out there that just don't know how to articulate or communicate without cussing. That's all they know.
And by the time you respond like that, I can't teach you nothing.
Right.
Because you ain't trying to hear it. Yeah. Right? But my children, again, I can teach them how to work through who they are as a person. You know this kind of stuff makes you mad. This is a situation, they can take you to jail, baby. If you cool with going to jail, by all means, spaz out. But that's not what we're doing. We want to get home. And in order to get home, sometimes you do have to cooperate. Right. Sometimes you do got to bite the bullet, blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you what he was describing, it did not lead us to being able to say that. But I'm not in situations doing that. But like I said, I was fresh off a situation where I had gotten pulled over and the officer was disrespectful to me. And I had my friend in the car with me and I wasn't trying to go crazy, but I'm still going to stand my ground. I'm still going to hold my boundary because what? You think I don't know my rights? Oh, you think I don't have any?
No.
Your badge and your camera don't change the situation. Yeah. It don't change the facts of the situation. And it doesn't change that although I'm the, what they call it?
Civilian.
I'm the civilian involved and I did the wrong. I'm in the wrong. Mm-hmm. It does not give you the room to disrespect me. You can tell me that I'm in the wrong, but you still got to show some respect. And what happened was he tried to open my door and search my car without my permission. Yeah, no, you can't do that. Yeah. Yes, I can. No, you can't. I'm talking about y'all. He opened my door. I pulled it back. Yeah, you can't do that.
What was his reason?
He felt like he said it wasn't probable cause. It was definitely probable cause. My car smelled like weed.
Okay.
And guess what?
You admit that it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was probable cause.
But guess what? You still can't open my door. Can you step out? So I can, you see what I'm saying? Okay. It's a difference between you asking me to step out the car and you opening my door and just doing it. That we can't do. You still got to ask me that. You see what I'm saying? And even if that ain't the law, it's human decency. That's respect. Because I wasn't disrespectful when you asked me about it. Yeah. I'm old enough and I'm mature enough. I smoke weed. Yeah. And if I smoke it in my car, I know I need to spray it, whatever. I know it's a chance of me getting pulled over. So I'm not riding around with stuff where they going, you know what I'm saying? They're going to arrest me because you got a pound of weed in the car. I'm not going to be on no headlines about a pound of weed. But you know what I'm saying? Just, I know the consequences that come with what I do. So I always make sure that even if I am in a situation like that, you got to search my car, whatever. You only going to find the smell. Yeah. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of it, after he searched my car and I stood there and let him, I didn't go to jail. I didn't get a ticket. I didn't get a citation.
Did he change his attitude at all?
Yeah, because what you was looking for, you did not find. But I let you know that you disrespected me without being confrontational.
Still searching cars for weed in 2026 is crazy.
Listen, I'm talking about the sergeant standing right there. He found some allergy pills. He thought I had some drugs. I'm like, baby, please. I don't do, you know what I'm saying? I don't do that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Let me switch the conversation right quick. Why do people have more belief in faith than work?
They lazy.
I mean, I know you spiritual, Sade, so.
Yeah, I'm different.
Yeah, she said he sounds different.
I want to hear your take, man.
But like I said, it go back to me on balance.
Yeah.
So, I mean, universally, faith without works is dead. Universally, I mean, you can't get. You got to give it. You got to get you got to give it something to work with. You just can't think don't matter. It can happen. Now, hold on. I believe in like magical shit, right? And I ain't shit. I done got something out of thin air before.
Hold on.
I done got something without working, but guess what? My mind worked, my manifestation, my visualization worked. So to a certain extent, you can Sometimes you just gotta put that work in. Sometimes you don't.
Hold on. Before we go further,
It's a balance.
Before we even go further, because I know how you are, I want to ask this: in spirituality, what's the difference between faith and everything else and magic? What's faith? What's magic? What's work from your perspective? Let me put it worded like that.
But so really deep down spiritually, faith is really all back to me and my mind.
Your belief system, right?
Yeah, because whatever you believe is what your reality will be. Whether no matter what religion, if you truly believe in this religion, that is your reality at the time. So it's gonna feel real. Everything that you think, because you are the creator, and that's what people are missing. Whatever you think is gonna be true for you, no matter if it's wrong, no matter if it's messing up your life. Whatever you believe in your heart is what's true for you in this reality, because you are creating your reality.
Yeah.
And when it comes back to what you're saying about how people think they don't have to work for something, sometimes you don't, in a sense of it's about more about being in alignment. It's more about being in the flow and things actually coming to you in a way that it don't feel like you're working or like you have to do so much. But sometimes you do got to put that work in too. Like, it's a balance. And I prefer that more balance than being overworked, grind hard. What we've been taught, like you gotta just work yourself to death or grind to death just to get some. That ain't really how I feel like the creator designed it. And I feel like once you follow your flow and your path, you are the creator. Whatever you want you. So it's about what you feed your mind, how you feed your mind.
To a certain extent, I do believe it. What you feed your mind, because one thing I've noticed coming up with like all the guys that I done like came into contact with growing up, I've noticed like some that just attract money. It's always been weird to me. I'm like, for some reason, you just attract money. And I always question, I'm like, why has that never been the case for me? And I've never been a money person. I don't mean I want to be out here broke, but I've just never been a money person. Like I don't dwell on it. Like it's not like
it don't matter to you.
It does matter because I know it does, but I'm saying to a certain extent, I'm like, if I have it, I'll be so willing to not just give it away, but do good things with it.
But that's how you get more though. This the thing. I'm gonna go back to us talking about faith and the work. I think that people believe that they can have the faith and not do the work because kind of the basis of some of our religious ways, like that's kind of what you taught. If church is a Christian church, let me be specific. If a Christian church is what taught you about faith, if that was what was used to instill faith in you or the concept of faith, then 9 times out of 10 it looks a certain way and you think that praying by itself is that's what the work is. You think the work is the prayer and not realizing that there's another thing that goes with the prayer. All this, in whatever terms you put it in, all of these things it's a toolbox that you use in addition to something else to get you to the other thing. You know what I'm saying? No one is greater than the other one. You really need them all. I need the faith. Faith is my belief, but my belief in what? I have faith in the fact that I'm good at doing something. I have faith in the fact that God will help me, right? Faith is you use it with something else. I use my faith with my work. Yeah, they go together. I can't have one without the other.
Like if I got the faith and what faith?
Faith and what? I got the faith, then it's not.
Y'all ever pray for a spouse? Do y'all believe in people praying for spouses or praying for the right partner?
Yeah, you pray for anything.
Yeah. Or having faith in finding the right. I mean, without doing the work.
No.
I'm saying, can I say something towards that?
Yeah.
Because here it is. Like I said, I was gonna be a life coach, and one of the things about like wanting a partner, you actually have to be developed enough to get a partner. You're gonna get the partner on the frequency that you're on, essentially, because when you come together with a person. That's why everybody's spirituality is different. That's why I love spirituality, because you're learning so much and you doing what works for you at the time. Mm-hmm. You could be on your own spiritual path. Everybody on their own spiritual paths, right? But what I've learned about relationships is every relationship ain't meant to come and stay. But when you in the flow of that, when you know that, then it's easy to take the blow if somebody leaves. But guess what? Y'all learn so much that you're not gonna learn that without that partner. It's just some stuff that you're not gonna learn without a partner. Yeah. Period, point blank. So sometimes when I talk, it sounds like I'm against relationships. No, I'm against it in the fact that you think that you're supposed to be with somebody until the day that you die, which that may be the case. Because y'all might be that for each other.
After a certain point.
But they
You'll
may
be with them.
Right. You may come into your partner that you are supposed to ride this thing out with, right? But that's not always the case for everybody. You're gonna be learning. Without them relationships, you cannot learn.
I want to say, last time, what did you say? I want to hear your opinion. You said you feel like people have multiple life partners. Is that how you said it?
No, I said I feel like people have multiple soulmates.
Okay. What do y'all think? Let me just. What do y'all listen,
you think you only got one, or you don't believe in them at all?
Let's go.
I just want to know. I want to see. How do y'all feel?
First of all, shout out to my wife. I love you.
Disclaimer.
Shout out to my wife. And they get tricky when this conversation get tricky too when people are husband and wife.
Yeah,
it gets tricky.
I mean, I've heard that too, though.
But it gets tricky because I explained to him, I didn't say soulmates is in a romantic part.
Yeah,
let's be honest. Everybody that's married does not feel like that person's their soulmate.
Right?
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Define soulmate.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't. I ain't gonna lie.
That's the thing. People attach soulmates with
soulmate is the person is mentally, spiritually, on every level. You that person that just gets you. I think you don't know till you know. If you've never experienced a soulmate, it's kind of hard to. I think it's kind of hard to describe what it feel like.
Okay, Los, what's a soulmate? Even though you married prior to your wife, what's a soulmate?
Somebody tied to forever though, whether you with them or not.
But I agree. I think it is somebody that you they get you on all levels. Like you said, I don't think it can be physical or emotional attached. Sometimes I think. Sometimes you could literally meet somebody out of town or somewhere and y'all just click and y'all just get, you be like, just like, dang, like I really wish I could like continue to have this conversation or wish we could hang out more, wish we, like I really feel like they got me on this type of level.
Soul tie.
And so, and you meet a lot of people like that and you just, for one, you can't change your course of life for this one moment in time that's happened with this person. But if, like you said, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. It'll come back around like you.
And that can be.
But I don't think you got to be your soulmate either, though.
But that's what I'm saying. See, they keep taking it back like B. I'm talking about.
I think
people in general. It's not about just romantic.
No, it is about. It ain't got to be romance.
But see, I think that's the box that everybody
people think it's got to be like a Romeo and Juliet type thing. Nah, that's TV.
But I was gonna say this: a soulmate to me is sometimes. I'm spiritual, y'all, so I'm different. Oh, everybody different. I didn't mean to say it like that, but I'm saying my train of thought be different. Soulmate sometimes just comes to awaken something in you and they might be gone. But only that soul could awaken that in your soul. And like I know people by their soul. Not everybody. I don't know everybody by their soul, but you get what I'm saying? Like the character and what they built outside of their soul, hey, it varies from lifetime to lifetime. But I recognize your soul, dude. Like I don't know how to put it. Like I was in my last past situation, like without him, even though our relationship was kind of like more on the toxic side, but without him, I don't feel like I would have reached the level. That was a part of my awakening.
Yeah, it
was an experience.
He was like a step of and I feel like only his soul could do that. And I still love him to this day, but I could have took it in another way and been like, but there was a soul connection that we had. Nobody can take that. I'm gonna forever remember that. I feel like a soulmate is something like you forever remember. Whether it's a friendship that came into your life and it's a friend that you will never forget. Y'all ain't even cool no more, but whatever relationship y'all had helped you to develop. It helped you. That soul really needs to come.
So that's why you feel like you can have more than one.
Multiples, yeah.
Some people got soulmate tendencies.
You might have a soulmate business partner.
What is a soulmate?
Make your business
like you have the tendencies of being a soulmate. I mean, I guess if you're boxing it in one like soulmate.
Oh, in a romantic sense.
I mean, I guess but I just was so curious because I'm just saying I was so curious when you said that because I don't feel like I ever heard that a person having multiple soulmates, and I to a certain extent I do agree, which sounds crazy, but I am married and I do believe I am with my soulmate. But like you said, you have been out of town and you meet people like there's no fucking way. Like you're sitting there thinking like, oh my gosh, this is a conversation for the books. Like, man, this shit can't be real. Like, I don't know this person from left Adam. It's like, and that's so weird to do, especially being in a relationship or being friends. It's even like if you're friends with somebody and you come across somebody that they don't intertwine with, you like, damn, what? Me and you like we clicking like this, but for some reason, this person I'm so cool with cannot stand you. Does not feel your vibe. They don't mess with you at all. But I'm like, I don't see it yet. But yeah. Let me go speak to the next conversation. Topic. Code switching. Do y'all know how to do it? And if so, what do y'all feel about it? Code switching. As far as being in certain rooms with certain people. I'm just saying, I know, Carlos, you probably do a lot of code
Y'all call it code switch. I just call it being versatile.
It's a street way of saying it.
It's a street way of saying it.
I call it being a chameleon.
But in the streets, I don't think they'll call it versatile. They'll call it
phony.
You phony. You in the street? Like,
Guess what?
Smiling for the crack. Ain't nothing hippie hoppity for the crack. Like,
I would say this.
I know how to fit in any room.
Listen, I would say this, and I'm saying it because Tara's initial response was like, well, why would you call it such thing? And I feel it though. I think that, and I'm not saying it to like talk about nobody, but I think that once you raise the standard on the way that you live, right, and your expectations, and even on the desires, like on what you want out of life, you view those things differently. People who are cool with being where they are with a lower quality of life, with a anything goes, whatever happen, with that kind of perception or that kind of perspective about like life and things, tend to see situations like that. You see it as code switching, you being phony, and I don't see it as being phony. I see it as me adapting to the environment. Because them people that are in those rooms right there where I need the code switch at, they have the kind of money that I want to have.
They in the rooms I want to be.
Meanwhile, you that's thinking I'm code switching, you know,
you need to learn how to do it. Anybody that want to get any kind of real money, you better learn how to code switch. Better figure it out.
I'm saying calling it code switch.
I don't call it that either.
Well, I don't, like, I'm a chameleon, but all these is things that are already within me anyway. So if I go in here and I act
bougie,
that bouginess is really already in me. I mean, the hood is in me. I can pull out whatever I need out of my toolbox. I feel like we are versatile people. We are. That go back to when you was talking about how seriously you take black people, and it's all humans. You know, I feel like they can, but I take us very seriously. Like,
but some people that don't never leave the hood,
they don't touch that. Like, they don't ever leave the hood. Like, and they only got that mindset. It's around.
Yeah, I can't even be around them type of people.
Yeah, I don't think we all got it.
I don't like too much. Rah. I like that bougie. I like them other rooms.
Right.
Oh yes, it's
sometimes I like to take my shoes off, but I like upscale stuff.
I'm gonna be honest, it's a different conversation. It's a different feeling, a different vibe, and I understand how some people can look at it and just be like, I can't get with that. Like they just so like they got to stick up their ass. Like put me with the hood and I used to kind of be like that too. But when you get around, the older you get. And you fiend for more intellectual and deeper conversations. And it's hard, immature conversations. It's so hard to get them out of your past peers. The people that you kind of grew up with or the people that you still have. It's like you sit there and it's like the conversation ain't really where you want to get to. And it's like, damn.
That's when you part ways.
Do you part ways or do you like not necessarily separate, but do you kind of learn to use people like for what they for?
Because I'm in a funny space like that now, and I had to. Sometimes you got to cut them off. I'm very observant, so I'm seeing your character overall and the stuff you say and the stuff you do. Now, look, when I believe in levels of consciousness, right? So when I was on a level of consciousness, I didn't give a fuck about none of this shit. Do what you want, right? But now that I am raising my awareness, let's just say it like that. And I see you say something, and I'm like, that don't sit right with me. I got to get away from you because we have our own aura. And if you sending somebody aura for too long, you start acting like you put on their traits. So I still got hood friends and people that do this and do that. But guess what? I'm not around them as much. I'm not around. And then sometimes when you get around them, it get irritating. It's like, you can't conversate like you want to. So Yeah, you do got to get to a point where it's like
you can't take them out with you.
You can't.
The load gonna be too heavy.
Okay, shift.
I'm not saying don't speak to him, don't acknowledge him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shit,
but you can't come to my house.
Little shift in perspective though, because I think when we get to talking about like not being on the same level with people and us being different and different perspectives, we automatically assume is this the complete extreme of literally to the point where we need to cut it out.
Right.
And I don't think every situation is a cutoff situation.
Not every situation.
I think some situations we just gotta learn that this person ain't there yet.
And accept what they are.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. For who they are.
I fuck with you and I'll take you to my cousin cookout. You feel me? We can go to a little Friday night situation. But when I go do brunch on Sunday, I gotta go with my other cousins. But I am gonna kick it with them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use people. You gotta know what environments they work in. You gotta know what environments you work in. Yeah. But I still think too that people don't even know what rooms they belong in themselves. Yeah. Right? I think everybody's trying to, not everybody, but a lot of people are trying to figure out who they are. Yeah. Especially if you go from not being social to trying to build a social life. You gotta learn what room you can go in, what room you feel comfortable in, what one you don't.
Well, the people that don't want to elevate, I don't have any energy or time for. What do we have? What we got it coming? We ain't got nothing coming.
I agree with that.
We got nothing coming. I'm going places that you don't desire to go. It ain't nothing to talk about.
How long did it take you to learn that?
Man, probably since I opened my gym. You know, I'm on a. I realized I was on a different level and I was making moves that I really wasn't even trying to make. It was like God was positioning me, and he just started showing me who people really were, and I had to kind of accept it. It hurt. Because I was like, dang, you got some people you think you're going to be friends with them for the rest of your life. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you realize, oh, man, I gotta go and do these things without the people that I thought was my village. And I realized he taking me out of his village, but he created me a whole other one. You know, so everybody ain't forever, you know. And like I said, I'm constantly trying to get better. So if you not, you going to either pull me back or I'm going to pull you up. Which one's going to be? Well, somebody got to give. So it's a harsh reality, but that's life.
It most definitely is, and it's sad. It's sad because you got to look at that, and it's not in a sense that you're better than them or nothing like that. It's not because some of those people pack qualities that you could probably never have, and you're still struggling to have. Like I know people that's variants that have lots of skills, but they just are not putting themselves in the room to utilize them to where they can get noticed, and they don't even care to. That's the hardest thing to see. Like when I see people and they talk a certain way, they act a certain way, and I say, listen, you have something about you that a crowd of people would love to see, like hear from you, regardless of how you look, your appearance. When you get to opening your mouth, they're going to see different. They're going to see different.
Sometimes you got potential. You got more. You see the potential in people that they don't see in themselves.
That happens. You have a natural ability to kind of see something in somebody, and they might not.
They won't see it themselves.
That self-esteem or that development to even just.
And it hurts you more trying to put your work and your effort into them, and they can't see it, and they won't.
We can't help somebody who ain't
exactly. I got news for y'all. Everybody got potential. It ain't special.
Yeah. So
it's on you willing to accept it though.
Yeah. How you willing to put the work in?
How do y'all separate the people that you feel like you should like plant some seeds with? Like, okay, for example, and I'm gonna kind of make reference towards you just because I know you meet a lot of people. Not saying that you don't tell but the way that we meet people is a little bit different, right? You meet people because you DJ, you be at the political meetings and stuff sometimes, like you are literally in a lot of different rooms, and like we talked about earlier, people know you don't know them, but they kind of already got a perception of things. So when people approach you and maybe let's just say they asking you questions because they want to know how you did something with the black market or how you ended up being a DJ or whatever, and they ask you for advice, they ask you for wisdom, how you separate the people that you plant seeds with, because you might have seen this boy 5 times already. He done said, man, let's put me on, man. I'm trying to get the black market. I'm trying to do something like that too in Texas, man. And he you know, or whatever he might have said. How do you separate the people that come to you and do that and share wisdom with them versus the people where you be like, man, just keep going, bro. And, you know,
you can book a consultation at my website, carlosparty.com. But people ask me that all the time, and it's a balance because it's like you also pouring pouring yourself into other people sometimes, and you don't realize that a lot of stuff that you doing takes away from what you doing and the efforts that you putting in, whether it's your family, whether it's your business, whether it's your life, whatever it may be. So a lot of times you don't really see it as that. You just see it as helping somebody else up, and then you also don't want to be looked at as like, dang, bro, he ain't even help me. I reached out a couple times, he ain't even show me no love. He won't repost, he won't this, that, and the third. It's like it starts to become this narrative of like, you don't really rock with people, you don't fuck with nobody. And it's like, nah, it's not necessarily that. It's like you kind of trying to take care of your village and your tribe, but just like the things that you do is like, you don't see the stuff that you do behind closed doors where you spend 15, 20 minutes talking to an entrepreneur that want to become something. You don't see the person whether it's trailing you or you mentoring, trying to show them how to build their business. You don't see you going and speaking to the kids or you taking these gigs that ain't paying enough to go and show your face. Like, it's like all the things that they don't necessarily see. They only see the part where you not necessarily helping them in the part where they trying to go to. And it's like you said, it's a lot of work you put in. So if you ask me to how I started the black market, have you already started anything similar? Have you did any other work or any of the things to do it? Because I think a lot of the times, a lot of the people that I've asked in the past or people that's helped mentor me, it's like, what you done so far? Like, are you at a roadblock to where you feel like you can't get nowhere else? Like, what can I do to help you get past this roadblock? And so a lot of times, if you ain't put the work in yourself, how am I supposed to help you? Why am I giving you the answers and the tools for you to go for free? But also, it's like sometimes I don't even be tripping on it for free. It's like, because life is transactional in general. So if I give you something, I know it's gonna come back to me some kind of way in some capacity. But at the same point in time, if you're not doing the work or the expectations or the things to where I feel like down the line, I could call you and be like, man, I need to rent your gym, man. Remember back in the day? I ain't even gonna say remember back in the day. You gonna automatically remember the time and the moment that I spent with you and vice versa. So a lot of the times people don't really see the effort that you put in and the conversations around it. A lot of people just want shit for free. They just want it off the strength of this or that, or they automatically think that you got it.
Like they entitled to.
And they entitled. It's crazy. Like it's a lot of people that are entitled to a lot of stuff, and they'll never get it. They'll never get it. They just entitled to it. They want it, but they'll never get it. So yeah. It's a lot of that.
Topic in itself.
I did that entitlement. Honestly, I'm gonna ask y'all this. When you was talking, I thought about this. It was just recently until last year where I realized something that I was doing, like how you'll meet people and you be like, darn, I can see something in them. Or like you say, you just meet somebody, they don't know you're a trainer. You like, darn, if she just do a couple of these or a couple of that and go wake up every morning and do this,
everybody be
right. Might be right. Yeah. And you find yourself, I used to find myself interacting with people and then day later, hey, look, man, listen, I promise you can do this. If you do this, I'm telling you. But they never asked me. And I had to tell myself, I said, nobody ever asked for my fucking help. Why the fuck am I offering?
But some of us got that hard. Like some of us just have that innate.
Are you set up?
And then we get like
it ain't
nothing wrong, nothing positive. It's positive.
We get life lessons too to make us not do that. Cause everybody,
but that too. Like Carlos just said, you're pouring into somebody. Not only are you just pouring into them, they didn't even ask you. They didn't ask you to pour into them. You just seen something in them and you start pouring. Yeah. And then you wonder why they didn't call me back and say, hey, they never asked you in the begin with. So
I get what you said, but I get what she said.
And that's an observation though. But that's an observation for you to learn too though.
I did. I learned it. I'm just like, damn, nobody ever really.
You know what that is? It might be a projector. Wait. Cause it's a part of a human design that you can see that in people and you want to do that innately. And that's actually a part of your human design.
Yeah. You gonna find yourself very frustrated though.
Right. No, I'm not saying you do it, but you know that about yourself and you tweak it. You don't mean you got to do away with it all together, but you learn how to tweak it to fit your life. Because I believe sometimes you do got to pour without getting anything poured back initially. But you can do that sometimes, but it's balanced.
Sometimes people drop little gems in your life for you to like. It might not.
You might just drop the seed for that person.
That's a color thing. I don't care what nobody say because no information. And y'all don't get it twisted. Anybody that asks about me will tell you. Terry help me this. Terry help me that. So disclaimer. For y'all, information is power. It ain't supposed to be free. We the only race that feel like we just supposed to give out the game for free and it be backfiring like a mug.
I was getting ready to say I had to learn how to kind of compartmentalize like what information I give and what I don't.
Yeah.
Right? And it really ain't based on a person. Y'all know I'm a treat the characteristics person, right? I'm not dealing with you as the physical you. I'm listening to the words that you say.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the things that you do or haven't done or whatever.
Yeah.
So when people that I don't know ask me for information, if I don't intuitively feel like
then you're not gonna do it.
I should be sharing it with you, I'm gonna shut my mouth.
Yeah.
If I feel like from what you said to me, it sounds like you haven't done nothing. Like you said, you asked them, what have you already done? Some people you ain't gotta ask them what they already done because they talk so much that they tell you in they spiel when they waiting on your response. They tell you before before you respond to them what they haven't done. I know from what you said to me in them 3 minutes right here that you talking to me.
Yeah.
I can't give you no information.
Energy don't lie.
Yeah, what I got is so valuable, and you ain't really with things of value. You just want the information. You just want to take it. You ain't gonna do nothing with it.
I let God put it on my heart if He want me to give it out for free. I've been burned a lot, and I don't know how many times my mama gonna tell me the stove is hot. I kept touching it, and I was just like, God, these people keep coming to me. I keep giving them the game. They keep burning me. What's the lesson, man? I kept asking myself that in the last couple of years, like, what you trying to teach me? The people keep coming, though. So I'm like, all right, just keep giving them the game. What they do with it gonna be on them. Because like you said, it's transactional. If I'm giving you the game and you ain't even really got to work for it, some kind of way that's gonna come back to me. So I just keep doing it, but I ain't gonna lie. It's frustrating, though, because everybody don't deserve to get what you giving them, but we giving it anyway. And then we have to work and pay and struggle to even get the information, but we gonna turn around and give it free. It kind of sound insane when you really think about
behind the scenes. Yeah, but that behind the scenes, like when I had my spiritual awakening or whatever, like don't nobody know how many nights I cried, how I was confused, how I was just like, they just see this who I am now, and it's like y'all don't know what I've been through. Like looking at you, I don't know what none of y'all been through. So like,
I must say. That's why that code switching, I picked up on two things y'all said. That's why I feel like the code switching or knowing how to be versatile is important because, Carlos, you said book a consultation. And you said game isn't to be given, it's to be bought. Like you don't just give it out for free.
Yeah.
And when you turn that mindset into like, okay, I ain't giving it out for free. Hey, book a consultation. And you deal with you looking at your peers, the ones you came up with, they're like, fuck the consultation. Like, just tell me right now, right here. Like, bro, we right here talking. Just tell me. Like, I gotta wait 3 days and get an email. Just like, so it's like, okay, what rooms can I go into that they understand? Hey, I'm not finna just give, book consultation and we can, sit down and talk. So, knowing how to be versatile, it plays a part. Like, okay, I can go in this room and if people like what they're hearing from me, I can say, hey, and they're going to accept it like, okay, what's your email? I'll email you and we can hook up 3 days later, $50 charge or whatever. So, because we, like you said, the entitlement that our people have or just.
And I have another. It's also about how deep you want to go with this information I'm giving you. Because at the end of the day, let's just say if she can make a whole nother business off of teaching people how to set up their gym, how to do this, how to do that. That's a whole nother business. And I guess what, look, y'all, I got a gift. I can go to somebody and tell them what they can do to make more money. Yeah. And I'm almost to the point where I've been giving that out for free. Yeah. I've been saying, look, you might turn this into that. I got a new business that I need to put out. Yeah. I see how you can make more money. Yeah. I can look at you and see how you can capitalize off just what you're doing. Yeah. And I don't need to be doing that. Shut the fuck up. I mean, okay, if it was my family, somebody who I really, really like, I'm just talking about average people who might see you from what you do or something like that because
man, I'm gonna give it to them. That might be the best.
Guess what?
Ass.
No,
I might not never see you again, but you saw me in that.
But no, this is coming to $1 million. No, I can help somebody make millions.
I get so many ideas.
Me too. I think it's a part of our creativity
to give you what God give me.
You got people on. I get both sides,
but it's a balance. It's a balance because that's still a gift. That's a gift.
Times hard. You got money
to execute.
Right.
I can't
and it ain't for you to give out for free either.
Baby, I promise she can.
I see both sides.
Because that might be a gift.
I'm not, listen, I ain't giving her a detailed plan of how to work.
Right. They got to execute it.
Just the idea.
just the idea. I might even give you the name.
Well, that's true. I ain't even give you. I see both sides.
It's
You
like
see
a balance.
I see both sides. I see both sides.
I'm not saying I'm finna come and we finna sit down and we finna incubate the business together for these first 90 days. I got.
Let me tell you why I see both sides of it. Her idea could be so simple, but the girl would have never thought of it. Or creative.
Right.
And you be like, damn.
Some people don't
and then
have
turn into a multi-million business. You be like, damn,
I want it.
But you do to a certain extent. So you are big and you see that girl who you dated who do it. She ain't give you. She looking at you like, bitch, you a scum.
Oh my idea.
So it's like,
if we ever sit down talking somewhere and I give you an idea, I hope you take your pen and your paper and you write down every fucking detail on that motherfucker. I'm talking about I hope you run with it. I hope you get as rich as you can ever motherfucking get.
Right.
Because I'm gonna see.
Me too, though. I want to do that, but
I'm not coming for no check. I hope you took that and did what you was supposed to do with that.
Because if you don't
talk it for no
God
reason,
don't take it
Right. I think it's
universe. It's gonna go into the universe. I think about any idea.
I put it out there with the intention
you don't
of
use
doing
somebody
just
else
that.
Somebody else gonna
I
use
put
it.
it out there with the intention of it doing just that. That's why I told you.
Yeah.
Because I want to see you do the best that you can do, even though I don't know you.
Yeah.
but people in business, though, people that are really in business, they don't give away nothing for free.
But this is the thing with spiritual people too. We are too. We see this what the Creator is teaching me, that you have to balance out the spiritual and the physical. So when we are naturally spiritual, we naturally want to give these things out, and then we sit here hurt. You got to balance the physical. So I had to gain that business side of it. So when you hear people say book a consultation, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Because even though the universe, you going to always be blessed and it's going to always come back to you, but you still got to create the avenue for it to come back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a balance. Because I can make a business off coming into somebody's business and show them how they can make more business.
Yeah. But I think the
And I need to
fulfillment,
be paid for that.
I think the fulfillment that I think a lot of us on the couch would get is whether we got paid for it or not. Is if somebody came to you and said, "Hey, I want my body to go from this to this," and you like, man, you know what? I got you. Come on, let's do it. I ain't even gonna charge you.
Yeah.
And you see that transition happen right in front of your eyes. You throw your monthly events and somebody, and I'm pretty sure they probably have. They come up, man. Listen, your events have took my business from here to here.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, I don't even know. Like you that ever since you gave me that one free table, you know, that's all I need. That one shot. You gave me a table for free, and then it just went up from there. And that fulfillment right there, just here, it's like
they give you another time. If they come back and appreciate it. Now you got two different types of
that's
people
gonna give you a nice fulfillment.
Yeah.
It's not gonna pay the bills.
It's not.
It's not gonna pay the bills. You gotta have balance, like you said.
Balance.
So guess what? My consultation still, I ain't never charged for consultation.
Yeah.
Never. I've been training since 2013. So I'm still not even all the way in the business lane like I should.
Yeah.
My life's paid though. So it's the balance though. It's the balance.
It's hard. Let me touch on one last topic and we're gonna wrap it up, man. People who I think we all know people who have childhood trauma that still has childhood trauma, but somehow they still tend to put their kids through what they went through. It's and I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I struggle with that every day. I even struggle with it even before I had kids because I had to reflect back on how I treated my nephews because of what I thought a parenting or role model figure was, and the way I acted towards them was just it wasn't acceptable. It wasn't acceptable. I thought I was doing what a man should have been doing for some young men that needed a man in their lives. And I went and I thought back on, I was like, man, I did not go about that the right way. The way that I spoke to them, the things that I said, I did. It wasn't like I was torturing them or nothing, but I'm just thinking like that wasn't the way to go about it. I kind of was. I kind of was putting them through what I had already been through because I thought this was the way to do it. And I struggle with that with my kids to this day. And I question, I'm like, darn, do I yell? Do I yell louder? Do I yell a little softer? Should I come on hard? Should I not? Like, how do I approach this? And it's so hard to try to not put somebody through what you went through.
How is it hard? Did it feel good to you?
It just seems so strategic. It's because it's like we all go, well, you know how Big Mama was, you know, shit, go get the switcher. You know how they.
I know, but if we didn't like it and if we know how it made us feel, why we gonna turn around and do that to your child? I don't have kids,
You're
though.
right.
I don't have kids, but I'm curious to know that.
No, you're right. But that can go. That can
For
go
example,
for
if your
anybody.
dad wasn't there, why would you not be there? If you know how that made you feel. I don't understand
how they do that all the time.
All the time. I understand.
So I get what you come to in a sense. Like my daddy would. So why would you not be there for your kids?
Yeah,
when you didn't have a daddy.
Who didn't have a daddy?
Right. So
burn me up.
The cycle. Do you think? Did you talk to your nephews about what you like? What?
Now that I'm bringing it up, I am. It's so many of them. I will have a conversation with them. I just don't know how to approach.
What made you realize that you did the wrong thing?
When I had kids and when they got a little older, and I kind of seen how they were being treated, and 'cause the older I got, I grew up more, and I was like, darn. I wish I can get back them times when they was a little younger, and I wish I could have been more of a better uncle to them.
You gotta have
I was a decent uncle to them, but I wanted to be better.
Had that conversation. It ain't too late.
I think it's and I lost my train of thought, but I also think it's the age we in right now. I know when I was growing up, I always was like, man, I wanted a father figure. I know the stuff what my mom did, I wasn't gonna do. But I think in the day and the age, the day of the internet right now, we're learning all these new words. We're learning what trauma bonding is. We're learning what emotions are. We're learning about, all these things. How to deal with stuff. Like they always been here. Some of these words are new. You know what I'm saying? Some of these words
we overuse a lot of them.
Like, I mean, some of the stuff
new.
it was just a newer concept or a new, like, we adding on to it. It's become overextended to the point where if I slap you on your knee, you upset. Like, I don't say shit. But it's just stuff to where it's like they overly use it to where it's to the advantage of
it don't even apply.
It's losing its definition. A lot of words are losing their definition.
But as a kid, like I went to therapy as a kid, probably like I can't remember 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere around that age. And it was like for like stomach, like it was for nervousness. Mm-hmm. And so as a kid, think about like if how many other kids my age or in general, like I ain't turned out to be the best. But I'm saying in general, like other ethnicities, they were already putting their kids through shit like this, through emotions, through teaching them how to express themselves, communicate. As growing up as men, we never had the opportunity to express ourselves because it was always looked at as weak or as you showing emotions, or even you talking to your female or your lady or your wife, you having to open up and express yourself and to be in a vulnerable moment. And a lot of times you don't have those situations, whether it's toxic or whether it's your parent upset or like where people have these emotions to where they put them on top of you. And so a lot of the spaces that we in, they're not safe spaces. And a lot of times we just don't know how to communicate what we trying to say or what we trying to get out because we never were taught how to communicate those things. And it take a lot of, like you talked about the spiritual awakening, it take a lot of the time, like a lot of people need to get by themselves. They need to do some shadow work. A lot of people don't do work within themselves for them to even understand what's going on within them to even go out and express what's wrong with you. So how I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with you when you ain't, like, you projecting shit onto me that's been projected onto you. So I think a lot of the stuff that as kids we didn't really understand and know that, and then it's like you got the opportunity and responsibility right now to show your kids that
something different.
Exactly. But I can't say that I don't see where people, I don't got kids either, but I see where like my peers and people in my age, they get caught up in life. And the same cycle continues to happen. It's like you kind of gotta break the cycle.
That's what I was gonna say.
Just as much as talking about the content stuff, like you go from content to this, that, and the third.
It's normal for you.
But it's like it's one of those things where it's like that's what you want for your life. Don't nobody else want that for your life but you. Right. And the people that don't want that for your life, you kind of gotta break that cycle, break those people, those trains of thought, because you don't know that 5 times a week that might get you to somewhere next year. By the time where you like, man, I'm up, I'm all things that I did in my past. It's starting to, you know what I'm saying? It's constant motion. It's constant.
And it's for all of us. And this might be a little bit off subject, but I think millennials is something special about millennials.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, and I'm happy that I think we chose to come here in this time because this is a unique. Millennials, I think we got the best, like,
for sure.
We have the best, like, overall. We don't have, when it comes to us, not all of us, but I think we each, like, the people who are aware and self-aware and all that develop, wanna evolve. We have some type of, I don't know what it is, but it's something that we gotta give. And we gotta give it.
Yeah.
And whether we wanna give it, you gonna give it.
We've seen so much in our span of life.
Yeah.
That too. The good and the bad.
The good and the bad. We done seen it on both ends of the spectrum. We don't
watch the world change.
We literally transition from
and we change the world
as we growing up.
To man, what?
Yeah, it's stuff that our kids will never see again.
They'll never understand.
They'll never understand.
And I feel like we are the last generation with that balance of not having the internet and having it.
I think that we were blessed with the gift of being able to see possibility. Yeah. That's what I think. I think that we were blessed with our eyes are able to see the possibility in any and everything, because we saw the unthinkable happen on every level
as we were growing, and we were able to adapt. Yes, we were able, because our parents can't adapt. They stuck in their way.
Right.
Man.
Beyond adapting though, we the most, well, I'm not gonna say
resilient,
but I think that we're very resilient. But I think we're the most aware, right? We're taking advantage of all the tools that we got if we can get our hands on them.
Yeah,
right. Black women being in the lead and being entrepreneurs, right?
Sure.
How many black men we got earning degrees? But day in and day out. I'm talking about all the black men. First of all, shout out to y'all. I am so fucking proud of y'all. Yes. I see so many fucking firefighters on my timeline. Yeah. Black entrepreneurs, fucking club owners, lounge on all kind of.
We been dope.
Trucking
put the spotlight on y'all.
Man, what?
Been dope.
So I say the message on TikTok that I want to say right now: we been influential. You are influential.
No,
we are influential. And like you gotta know that. We are influential. We are the most influential, I feel.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I think the black woman is the most powerful person.
You said what?
Most definitely.
The black woman is the most powerful person.
Oh, she love to hear that.
I do though. I mean, it's up for no debate.
I agree.
On all levels.
We created all.
Nobody thinks like us.
I'm the alpha and the
we're
omega.
Strongest.
I'm the alpha and the omega, and I know they ain't gonna like to get it.
Nothing we can't do.
Yeah.
So we create. So we kind of went into that a little tangent on our last episode about men getting a little bit more powerful than women and stuff.
I mean, well, they're put in more powerful positions first. You know, but the moment they put us in that position, that's why they didn't vote for Kamala. Y'all put us in the highest position. A black woman? Oh no, we can't do that. We can't let them. We can't let them think she's the most powerful person in the world. But y'all know that's what y'all should have did. Now, don't you? You know that now, don't you? Okay.
I ain't gonna lie though, we still get a real powerful position when we become parents. When black women become mothers, that's a powerful position. And I really, really wish that we would look at it a little bit differently and be more grateful, right, for the opportunity to be able to be parents. Yeah. We are literally, first of all, your body creates an entire human being.
Right.
Okay? 9 months. Even if you ever lost a baby, your body is still capable of creating a child. Like, don't feel no less than a woman because your baby might not have made it earthside. Yeah. Like, please don't do that. You are still a fucking superhero.
It's just your woman in general. Whether it's
a woman in general.
Literally, we create things. We give birth to things. We bring them to fruition. We make things.
No life without us.
You know what I'm saying?
No life without us.
The person lose all their blood and come back the next month.
Man, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna tell you one thing we need though, ladies. We need more Geraldines and Mabels.
No.
You mean in the house?
Just in general, I just said names. We need more names.
That's really different. Names. Oh, that's what me. I thought for me, you wasn't in the house cooking and cleaning. I'm like, man, you could start a war.
Nah. I don't want y'all cooking.
I agree. I don't like that. I don't like the rich names either.
You don't need nothing.
I don't like it. You don't like old school names? I ain't gonna lie. I don't like the old school, but I don't.
It's a balance. It's a balance.
Hey,
I just want to balance. I just don't want you to be able to tell what race I am when you look at my name. I don't like that.
But some would say, we had to think like this. We had to give them unique names for slavery reasons.
Yeah, that's it.
Ain't nobody gonna have this Jabarius. We don't know that's Jabarius. We don't want that name.
Yeah, I hate
that. I hate that names. I'm not gonna lie. I think the way that black people name their children just shows how
that should be against the law. Right. Against the law.
I think we are an expressive people. We express who we are with our soul.
Man, look at Glorilla name, y'all. Come on, man.
That's crazy.
Y'all name is literally Hallelujah. Gorilla Hallelujah. Like Gloria Hallelujah. That was just crazy. That was no creativity right
there. Well, you ain't got to mention your middle name wherever you go places. So I guess it ain't that bad. But some of these names, y'all,
Sometimes you gotta say your name. Just
you want the child to have your daddy name, your grandmama name, and your name.
Like my daughter name is super ghetto. Like I shouldn't.
What is she tell everybody?
Tyranisha. Her daddy named Tyron. But look, that's how we program the thing. Oh, let me know the daddy in here somewhere.
Let me show him some love.
My daughter said,
I gave him a letter
name.
We went with the letter of the daddy's name.
Oh, okay, that ain't bad.
That's bad.
How many y'all got?
I got 3 girls.
Oh, wow. You done?
Yeah, I want one more.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Oh, you got plenty of time.
Ooh, hold on now. Wait.
My
daughter's gonna be 16.
You said you want one more, you gotta start out.
You got a
You got a babysitter?
I was gonna do
You already got that house babysitter.
Yeah, you do got
Ain't nothing like that.
I ain't gonna lie. My baby is in a science and math program. She is cheerleading.
She booked your business. That's how times the change.
I want her to enjoy her teenage years.
I'm starting to hear that though. How mamas don't want their kids to raise their younger siblings because they want them to have a life. Back in the day though, you had to watch on those.
No, I ain't saying she can't babysit, but I'm saying like
it ain't gonna be a job though.
Yeah, I want to balance it out. I had the pleasure of being able to be a mom because my kids have an age gap. So I had the pleasure of being able to be like a one-on-one mom with all my kids. Mm-hmm. My kids are 15, should be 16 in December, one that just turned 9 in January, and then I got one that's about to be 5 in March.
Oh, like
so they got a big age gap. I was able to baby the baby, you know what I'm saying? Play around, we walk, you interact with your sibling at their older age. Like I was able to go through that stage with my kids and just reflecting on like my parenting experience so far. I appreciate the fact that I got to spend that time with them. I ain't gonna lie, that's what makes me open to having another.
Because the experience is good.
The pregnancy shit is crazy.
Yeah.
God, that's crazy, but I'm cool with the being pregnant part. I just got real sick at the beginning of all 3 of my pregnancies. So that was rough.
That's up.
What? The birthing? Well, my last one, the birth was cool because I gave birth at home. Like, I just did a lot of stuff different in my last pregnancy.
And the last fourth one gonna be even more.
But y'all experience you got.
I haven't want to do it. The kids is a lot. Don't get it confused.
Not a year.
My kids drive me crazy. I cuss them out as much as I kiss them.
I was a teen mom, so me having one is crazy.
Jesus.
Not necessarily. It ain't too bad having another one. Won't be bad. She said, fuck that.
Look, y'all.
Your kid older?
I'm 50-50 with it. My daughter is 26.
I
had her at 13.
My grandmama had my mama at 13.
And I found out that my grandmama had her first child at 14.
Oh, you found out your grandmama had your mama at 14?
No, it's one my mama. It's my godmother.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What was your
y'all grew up like sisters, huh?
That's what I was about to say. What was your experience like?
I always been mature. So even though we are kind of like 13 years apart, basically, I still had we still got that certain mama and daughter dynamic.
Okay.
Versus, some people call they mama, mama, and all that. We don't have that dynamic. But I always been mature for my age. I was a hands-on mother for the most part. I still was in the streets.
Your mama did.
In my mama house, but
your mama didn't. If I can ask it, I don't want to cut this off.
Okay.
Your mama didn't. Have you ever asked your mama like why she didn't try to like talk you into not having the baby or giving the baby up?
Because guess what? I made it out in 5 months without even
telling
nobody.
Oh, damn.
So
you knew. You knew.
And so that's how I come to terms with and peace with it too, because I go back to spiritual. Some stuff is just meant to happen.
Yeah.
How did you feel though at 13 when you found out that you was gonna have a baby? Like, what did you?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You wanted it?
I didn't want it, but I didn't feel a way about it either. Like it wasn't like, oh man,
you weren't scared.
That's what I'm saying.
I had a certain type of y'all know I'm spiritual. I believe I'm an ancient soul.
I believe that about me too. But when I found out about that first baby at 19, nigga, what? I lost it. What are we doing? We crashed out.
Damn.
What?
And
what your mama said?
I asked myself what I'm gonna do with a baby.
I didn't experience no morning sickness. Like I done been pregnant 2 more times after that. And my first pregnancy was just like, and then I didn't tell nobody till I was 5 months, so it seemed like it happened quick. Like,
a couple months.
Right.
What your mama saying?
I mean, she couldn't say nothing because
I mean, she had to say something.
She said something.
She didn't actually, like, not in the way you think a parent would.
Yeah, I see.
My mother was dealing with drugs and alcohol, so she wasn't fully there.
Okay.
She wasn't even. She was the reason why it happened.
Was your dad?
My dad would say he was in Arizona, married with other kids with somebody else.
She's the reason why it happened, meaning like she wasn't attentive.
Yep.
Right.
Oh,
right.
Right. And then it happened so innocently. And that's why nobody can make me feel bad. Like, it was all kind of rumors around the neighborhood. I wasn't hard and fast. I never had the birds and the bees talk. I didn't know what a thing went. Like, I didn't even know none of that.
How do you have a baby at 13 and say you're not hot and fast? Like, because somebody had to say,
right.
Oh, you had.
But I didn't even know nothing about sex. I wouldn't have sexual emotions.
I think she mean in a sense like she wasn't the one going from each apartment to each apartment. Like, yeah, I had to look like it.
Like you tried.
I think she said in that sense like I wasn't like everybody.
Okay.
But from old person, like not older, but I'm saying an older grandma, I'm like her little hot fast ass.
Yeah.
If your ass got pregnant at 6, you was hot and fast. It don't matter if you did it with 6 people
or one person,
or even got fingers. You hot and fast.
Yeah.
And then people don't know it happened like that. Like I literally. That's y'all. He took my virginity, and it was done in 2 minutes. And then you got a whole life.
Oh man, 2 minutes. I mean,
that's wild.
That is how y'all know. That's how it's take. Y'all know it's 2 minutes.
Suspended such a gracious amount of time.
No, situations like that.
That's 30 seconds. Did he help you? He was just. How old was he?
He was 15. Okay, we was like not too far apart.
Okay.
If I had her at 13, he was 15 at the time. Because we like kind of like 2.5 years apart from each other.
He a good dad?
Y'all co-parent?
No.
Dang, man.
No.
I want to kick the table.
And that's why I ain't had another one. Because what you're not going to do is make me
go through that twice by yourself.
Right.
That's what, but I still got I want to circle back and ask you again, like, what the fuck was going through your mind? I know the shit that go through my mind. I've been a mom since I was 19 years old, and before that, I was living with my siblings. At 19 years old, I'm telling you, my initial mind flipped the fuck out. I'm never.
I'm gonna say
her reality was different though. Her reality sounded like it was different.
Right, and I was just about to say this just from.
You had time to process a little bit because you were 19, 13. I'm a child. I don't remember.
No, the process is
13.
I don't think listen. I'm gonna say this because I come from a familiar background just as well as you. A pregnancy, that's not the scariest thing at that age. When you come up, I'm just saying.
I'm just like,
even like that's not your biggest fear because when you brought up in an environment, a drug infested environment where you don't know if your mama's coming home.
I'm saying like really, how did. Mentally,
when you say why she wasn't freaking out like just being that age and being pregnant.
Yeah, I'm just shocked.
I'm saying no, I get. I'm saying like
I had to go to
because
school.
I think
my first down.
Yeah,
I can't think for you. I don't know your. I don't know how you felt, but I can just know how I felt at a young age in that same environment. The worst things for me was, is she coming home? If she comes home, what is she gonna look like? Like those are the scariest things. Outside of that,
make a baby, have a baby.
It was like a baby. I got somebody's
like the environment was just like already chaotic.
Well, let me. I don't want to throw my mama under the bus like it.
No.
My environment wasn't that chaotic, but still, my mama was. It wasn't even just due to the drugs and alcohol, because we can take that away from it. And my mama still was not as loving as she could have been or attentive as she could have been, just because I know her dynamics with her mama. Her mama didn't raise her; her grandmother raised her, so it was a whole different dynamic. I learned that later on in life. What I'm saying, like, even if you take the drugs and alcohol out of it, my mama still wasn't really there emotionally like that because she didn't really have it like that.
Now, if you in a loving home and you get pregnant at 13,
I think
I had that, but I still had that. I still had that scariness of when I had to go to my grandmother's house, and I had a whole big village, aunties, uncles, and what they thought was more like kind of scary. But I can't even explain to nobody how I took it. How did you wrap your head around it? Because it was like magical to me.
You just,
it was just almost like this what happened, and it just happened. Like, so I don't really have too much a deeper thought about it.
No. But that right there, that's insight, right? Because in your your young mind, your mind is still childlike at that point. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense for you to be in amazement at what's happening in your body. Because that's the age that we're learning about our body even being able to do it.
Yeah, I was mad that my body was changing.
Yeah, that you watching your body do something different. That's an experience in itself. That's what I'm saying. Like, where was your head at? That's where your head was. You was amazed by the experience. You weren't seeing the back end part of it. Like, okay, maybe this wasn't supposed to go like this, or the world would say that I'm too young for this, or whatever. But your body, biologically,
but you know what? Biologically, they say the younger you are, the better.
Your wound is.
So when I was
saying have me 13,
that's why I'm saying. And looking back on it, I'm happy because my daughter is full grown, and look at me, I'm still out here in my prime. Yeah, you bounce back quick. It ain't even no hesitation with that. But what I'm saying is my daughter is grown and I'm still young. Like, I can still live my life. My daughter's grown. Like, I feel like that's the best.
Let's ever change the law. That's gonna be some weird shit. Well, like start allowing your kids to have sex early so they can have babies early. But they do it on seas though.
But we started off like that. Our parents and grandparents,
well, yeah, they got a lot of young.
But our grandparents,
they were so long.
So yeah, they were doing that from 13. And my daughter got her cycle at 9 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, it can happen as early as that.
Can have a baby at 9 years old. So while we saying it's wrong,
protect the kids at all costs.
It's biologically going that way, and I'm not saying it to say that it's right or that we're doing it. I'm not saying that.
Well, I'm here to say it's wrong.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
I say, regardless if you feeling like
it ain't gonna be the 15-year-olds out there. It's gonna be them 21-year-olds.
Yeah, it's gonna be the
25. That's another thing. Since my child's dad, since we wasn't too far apart, I feel like they made it more better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say if you got just two young kids, they both 13, they both 12, and they just doing stuff. That makes it more of an innocent situation versus you got an adult trying to mess with that.
Hell yeah, it was definitely an innocent situation. Because if Lord knows at 13, if I could have got somebody pregnant. Come on, y'all been pregnant out there. Let's be honest. We always doing something.
So that's another thing that gets me peace about my situation. When people judge you from the outside, I know how innocent the situation was. Yeah. I know how innocent I was. I know that my mind was not even thinking about sex at that time.
Yeah.
And I did, like I said, I didn't
so
even know.
Feel the shame. You didn't feel the shame.
I don't feel the shame with it.
Yeah. I think a lot of us go through that. Even no matter what age we get pregnant at, especially if the situation ain't ideal to our parents or our parents,
not married, all this.
Yeah, you go through a moment of shame behind your pregnancy, and not to say that you carry it or that you carry it for long, but I think a lot of us have that experience of shame, like especially with their first child. You don't know what to expect. You just watching it happen just like everybody else watching it happen. Mm-hmm. I'm watching my stomach grow just like you. I don't know what I'm going to do with this baby just like you wondering what I'm going to do with it. I don't know what kind of parent I'm going to be. I don't know none of that.
You did it though.
You hear me?
And my daughter turned out great.
Did you?
Yeah. But she could have been a little bit better.
That's good. Yeah, not but compared to what you see.
Yeah.
What you see. I'm going to say this. I'm glad we able to have conversations like this. Honestly, I do. Like I said on my Instagram the other day, my whole goal when I deal with Black people specifically is to change the narrative. We all on this couch think differently. Like, yeah, we have a lot of similarities in what we may, how we look at things as far as business or personal life or whatever. But the thing that we didn't do, nobody was disrespectful. And that's what I want to get to when it comes to conversations with anybody out there.
They got rough on the couch at one point?
My wife?
No, I said they got rough on the couch.
What you said?
No, it ain't got. I think said it was my wife on the couch. Nah, it ain't got. No, I just observed some other, because I look at other podcasts and I've seen people let a situation escalate, because men can see things, and it's when you're hosting anything, just like when you're observing, just put like that. You're observing. You can see when something's about to transpire. It's like it's any minute now. I can see it coming.
Yeah.
And you have the chance to stop it. But I like the fact that people can really just say, "Okay, that's how you think."
I agree.
I'm not going to get disrespectful.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call you a dumb, stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, that is.
Like, why are you so offended? Because I feel this way. Yeah. Why? I feel the way I feel. You don't have to be. I don't gotta. Yeah. Why I gotta be motherfuckers for? Like, but I appreciate that out of people, and that's something that I do want to. I mean, I can't fix the world. I'm not trying to, but I want to expand on that. I want people like that around me, because I want to have those conversations and not have to get called X, Y, and Z because I think the way I think. If
Right,
you don't agree
right.
with it,
Yeah.
either debate
Sure.
me or call me
Yeah,
out on it,
sure.
or just say,
Yeah.
you
Or
know,
people that can educate you so you can change the way you think. Yeah.
yeah, nah. But I listen, that's Sit Down Sunday for y'all. Look, like, subscribe, comment, share, repost. I appreciate everybody for coming out today.
Thanks
I'm
for
let
having us.
y'all introduce yourself again.
I'm Fancy. Y'all can find me on Instagram as She's Fancy.
And I am Sade. You can find me on Instagram at I am Sade. And you can also follow my Healing Life Coach page at The Healing LC.
I am Tara Smith, owner of Tara Training Studio, LLC. You can find me on Instagram, Tara_trainer.
Carlos Loso Party. You can find me at IM_Loso. That's IM_Loso. Not I am. Follow Nashville Black Market. Book me the DJ. Holla at your boy.
All right, y'all tap in.